on digital and online, this is BBC Radio 5 Live, first for breaking news and the best live sport. Hello, I'm Ozzy Gilbert, and today I'm covering the Danny Baker show on his morning show. I'm here, going to cover the show. We're in the Radio 5 Live studio, and I'm here with Levi King, who is also he's presenter on Radio Devon, as well as myself. I have a show from 4 till 6 p.m. on Saturdays on Radio Devon, so that's my show. And Levi, tell us a bit about what you do as well.
Hello, well, yeah, I'm a radio presenter on Radio Devon. I'd have my show 7 o'clock till 10 a.m. on Monday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So if you're ever in Devon, up early, check me out. It's quite good. And yeah.
Yep, he has a pretty good show. And on the 11th, Saturday the 11th of June, which is this Saturday, we will be doing a show together. Yeah. We're going to be playing Achilles Hill, Film Fantasy. We're going to be doing all the same stuff that we're going to do coming up on this show. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And thanks for
all the tweets, comments. It's all appreciated. We
haven't got any yet, but if we do.
Yeah, if we do get the tweets, comments, it's appreciated. We do read them. We will be reading them, definitely.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the show.
Thanks for taking the time to download this BBC Radio 5 Live podcast. To search for other podcasts you might like, click bbc.co.uk/5live, where you'll also find our terms of use.
This is the show where Ozzy Gilbert and Levi King talk about random rubbish, update the latest sports news, and play the wonderful game of Dill or Achilles Hill. You don't want to miss it. Hello, you are listening to the podcast of my show on Radio 5 Live, covering for Danny Baker. So this is the podcast version. It'll be 45 minutes worth of all your best bits from the show. So all the best bits that you enjoyed from the show will be in this podcast I've put together. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, it was a very fun show to make. And I think everything went well. Hopefully Danny Baker will be impressed with the show. And so this is the podcast. Thanks so much for tuning into the show, by the way. And if you're listening, if you're listening and watching on YouTube, please feel free to give us a like, comment, and subscribe. We love to get some of your feedback on this video. So thank you for watching on YouTube. Okay, this is the podcast then of all the best bits. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. Okay. You're listening to Ozzy Gilbert on Radio 5 Live's Danny Baker Show. Hello guys, you're listening to the Danny Baker Show. We are here on the Danny Baker Show. Now you're probably wondering, why is Danny Baker not speaking now, and who am I? Well, my name is Ozzy Gilbert, and I'm from Radio Devon. Just a quick plug, actually, if you want to listen to my show on Radio Devon, that is from 4 to 6 on Saturday, the 11th of June, this Saturday coming. Okay, yeah, so it's 10 a.m. in the morning, and I'm covering Danny Baker, who is unfortunately not well today. He has had a nasty flu and has asked me to cover the show. So no pressure, because I know a lot of you guys listen to Danny Baker show. You expect it to be him talking, and you expect it to be a certain way. So I hope I can deliver. I'll do my best. Danny Baker recommended me. He wanted me to cover the show. So if he thinks I'm good enough, hopefully it will be a good show. So we've got plenty to talk about in today's show. It's going to be jam-packed. I am joined, almost forgot for a second, I'm joined with Levi King, who is also, he also does a show on Radio Devon. He is here with me today, and he will be my co-presenter. We've never been on air together in the past, but we are here on Radio 5 Live today, So Levi, how you doing? Think this is going to be a good show? How you doing, mate? You alright?
Hello, yeah, I'm pretty good actually. Yeah, we haven't done a show before. My shows are on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Go and check me out, a little plug there. Yeah, we haven't done a show before, so covering Danny Baker, that's a big ask, isn't it?
Yes, it is a huge ask. Now, it's great to have you on the show though, Levi, and yeah.
Saturday mornings with Danny Baker on 5 Live.
Okay, so I originally have planned this show very precisely, and I have to stick to the schedule, so that's why we're having to move on, because I have a very strict schedule. We've just had a tweet from Jess Since. I just want to read this out because it's very nice of her. She says, "I've heard the Danny Baker show before, but my dad tuned in only to hear you. Still not heard Dad's favourite presenter. Hashtag still good though."
Oh,
So that was,
thank you.
So it's kind of, she ended on a positive, but she's never heard Danny Baker, and she still won't because he's not here and he's sick. I'm very sorry, guys. I know you've tuned in to hear Danny Baker, but like I said, there's not a lot he can do. The poor man is sick, and you have to listen to us going on about a load of rubbish instead.
Tune in next time at this time, though, to catch Danny Baker doing his show. His amazing show, may I point out. It is brilliant. Honestly, recommend it.
Yeah, it is good.
So,
Very good.
Finding Dory. That's a big one on the list. Everyone's been talking about it. Like, everyone I know. Well, it's amazing. Like, I heard you speaking to the director earlier about it.
Well, don't say too much about Finding Dory, only because I have a quick little movie review on some of the information. So it's the anticipated... Well, it's just a bit of information here. The anticipated Finding Nemo sequel has finally arrived on the big screen. It was released on the 29th of July. The friendly but forgetful blue tang fish. Oh, I was wondering what type of fish Dory was. She's a blue tang, if you're wondering.
Blue tang, ooh.
Reunites with her loved ones, and everyone learns a few things about the real meaning of family along the way. It was directed by Andrew Stanton and Angus MacLean. So 2 different directors, which you don't usually get on films like this, who have directed other big Disney Pixar films before, I believe.
Such as WALL-E, Toy Story, all of the big ones. You name it, they've done it.
And the cast, just to say, includes Albert Brooks, Ellen DeGeneres, and Idris Elba, and many more who are famous, and you probably recognise them in the film.
Recognise
their
voices,
it looks quite good.
Yeah.
That's a very anticipated film, Finding Dory. Just what did you think as a child of Finding Nemo? What did that mean to you? I know it's an old film, but
it was everything, because when I was younger I used to do scuba diving with my granddad, and obviously I used to love the sea. I used to see these fishes. I've been to the Great Barrier Reef, and when it just came out on Finding Nemo, I was like, oh my god. But it relates, because you know that scene where he swims out to the butt, as it's called?
Yeah. On digital and online, this is BBC Radio 5 Live, first for breaking news and the best live sport. Cool, right now, Levi, are you ready for this? So pick 2 items, and then we say if we want to go with it, and then the co-presenter, whoever's not playing the game, whoever's not picking the items along the way, will get to pick how the story unfolds. So let's, for an example, I do ham and chips, and I pick chips. Levi will say, right, then chips then...
Yeah, so it's a story-based game. So he picked chips, I'll say, okay, you get eaten by a seagull, you then get digested, you're now inside there.
And then I pick the rest of the story and how it goes along.
And so on.
Now it's time to play Dill or Achilles Heel.
Choose your item that could be a good deal or your Achilles heel.
So like the jingle has just said, it is time to play Dill or Achilles heel. Okay. So pick 2 items for us then.
Okay, what have What has Twitter said? We will have a look.
We have one here from Jack the Gladiator who says Simpsons and Family Guy.
Okay, so I'll ask you the question. Simpsons or Family Guy?
For me, I prefer Family Guy. For that reason, I'm going with Family Guy.
Family Guy, congratulations. You are the new voice of Stewie. You go into this recording studio on your first day.
Oh my, I can't believe it, I'm Stewie.
That was amazing.
Thank you. I know, it was amazing.
That was amazing, honestly. Oh my god, I didn't know you could do that.
Yes.
Anyway, you are the new voice of Stewie. You go into work on your first day. You find out no one's there. The office is empty. Everything is empty. The boss isn't there. No one's there. Not even the caretaker. So you have two options now. You could either carry on down the long dark corridor in front of you, or just go back out the front doors,
So wait, what was the first option again?
down the corridor in front of you that looks rather derelict.
What's this got to do with Family Guy? Oh,
Because you're in the office, aren't you? And no one's there. You're wondering what.
So I either go down the corridor or what? Sorry.
Go back out the entrance.
This. Why does it matter? Like,
It does. It builds on.
okay,
It
I
builds
don't
up.
care. I'll just go out the corridor.
Down
no,
the corridor?
No, sorry, I'll just get out.
You're out the door.
Out the door, yeah.
Okay, so he has gone out the door. Out the door. So if he picked the corridor option, he would have got massively killed because they were actually planning a surprise birthday party for him. Because, surprise, it was his birthday. Sorry, if you look on the webcam, he's just gone to deal with someone at our door. But yeah, if he went down the corridor, he would have had a surprise birthday attack and probably died of a heart attack. So he picked to go out. He lost his job. He now just watches Family Guy on his TV. He goes home. He is now on TV. He now sees Family Guy. So
Okay, yeah. So the corridor.
The corridor. You picked to go out the entrance.
Yes, I
If
did.
you picked to go down the corridor, you would have had a lovely surprise birthday party because it's your birthday. You didn't know that, but because you have short-term memory loss.
So if I'd gone out the corridor, it would have been my surprise birthday
Yeah, they were all.
party.
The lights were off. They were like
So
ready to surprise
Peter
you.
Griffin and
All of them were
Lois,
there,
my
yeah.
mum and
Everyone was there waiting
Chris,
for you.
everyone, all
But
my
you,
family.
you just chose to wimp out and go out the front door. So you naturally walk out the front door, cross the road, get hit by a bus. You're now in agony.
golly, I'm now hit by a bus.
You're now
Well,
hit
that was
by a
bad.
bus. The bus hits you so hard, you travel back in time. They are now building the studio because you travel back in time, so they're now building the studio. You say, "Oh, isn't this the Family Guy studio?" They say, "No." So now you have two options. You could either be the
Yeah.
boss and take over that studio and become the boss of Family Guy.
Pay the cost to be the boss, right?
Yeah, pay the cost to be the boss, or run around and streak. Just because you do not know where you are, what you're doing, because you've just travelled back in time. So you are like, what?
Well, surely I would like pay the cost to be the boss, like actually try and take on this studio business thing. That it's better than streaking around, and I could get a lot of money from it. So of course,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah. You go.
Sure,
with,
you wouldn't want to streak around. It's not the sort of thing
you
you
go.
do.
You go with that.
Yeah.
You are now erased from existence.
Well, there you go. Unfortunately, I should have. Sometimes streaking around naked, which is what I will be doing if England win the Euro 2016. I'll be streaking around naked. Sometimes it pays off. Sometimes it's the better thing to do. And Levi has just given the example there of that. Okay.
Only if you get hit by a bus and travel back in time, though. Is it all right?
Well, that was Dill or Achilles Heel. Thanks so much for all your tweets from Jack the Gladiator. Very weird name there. Thank you so much for your tweets on that for Dill or Achilles Heel. I just wanted to say this. Listening to the show in the car on the way to London for the weekend to see some friends. This is from Marcus Brown. Your game is hilarious, he says. How about David Hay and Anthony Joshua, who obviously are both boxers?
You're listening to Ozzy Gilbert on Radio 5 Live's Danny Baker Show.
Hello guys, you're listening to the Danny Baker Show, covered today by me, Ozzy Gilbert. It is Saturday the 6th of June in the, I was going to say the early hours of the morning, but it's not that early. Okay, yeah, so we got Steve Price, the very famous Okay, no, he's not that famous, but he is...
Thank you.
He is... he's sort of fairly well known for some of the things he's done in the area that he lives. So what he is a voiceover artist, and he has done a book called Silver Lining, which has had some small success. He's an author as well. But he's a great guy. Thanks so much for coming on the show
You're
today.
most welcome.
We are now going to play the game of red sauce or brown sauce. Now, it's very similar to the sausage sandwich game, which of course Danny Baker plays on all of his shows. Anyone listening to the Danny Baker Show, which of course we are now, will know what this game's about. So it's going to be slightly similar to this, but the way it's going to work is a bit like with Dill or Achilles heel. We're going to pick some items, and you have to say, when I say items, I mean food items, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to have red sauce or brown sauce on a telephone. It has to be food.
No, that'd be a bit sticky, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be not great, would it? Yeah. Unless people do have telephone sauce fetishes, I don't know.
I think that's somewhere we really shouldn't be going.
Oh,
Let's
God,
stay
what's
clear of
going
that
on
one.
this morning?
Yeah, I have no
People
idea.
tuning in and probably think, what is going on today?
What is going on, yeah. But go on then. You're going to make me hungry now, aren't you?
Yeah, anyway, so we will have to pick some food items. We'll just think of stuff. Steve, you can think of some food items as well. And the other two people have to say what they think, brown or red sauce, would they prefer on that food item that we pick. And you'll have a go at doing that as well. Okay, so this is this kind of weird, strange countdown thing that I've got to introduce it. All right, are we ready? If that didn't get you ready, I don't know what will. So now, it is time for red sauce or brown sauce game. I'm going to start off just to whack it in there with pizza. Steve, you can go first. What would you
Red
prefer?
sauce.
I think I'd definitely say that.
Definitely red sauce, yeah.
Or I could throw in the curveball.
The only thing is with
barbecue
it though.
sauce.
I had that last night on a meat feast, yeah.
See, barbecue
Really
sauce
good.
works well.
Yeah, I did. It was really good.
Really? Oh,
But that's
I
the
might try that. Yeah, because the thing is with pizza though, if you think about it, it already has tomato.
Already has
it
red
does.
sauce.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the
It has
tomato sauce on a
sauce.
pizza is very different to tomato ketchup.
It's a tomato
We're
puree,
referring to
isn't
as-
it?
Well,
It
it's
is,
a sort
but
of
it's
a
like
puree.
it's
and
like you're doubling up on the.
No, because the
tomato.
concentration in red sauce is the concentration of tomatoes changes the flavour completely.
Exactly, yeah.
All right.
There you go. I will admit, I am actually a bit of a tomato ketchup addict.
Ooh,
I have it with most things.
here we go.
Just
there. I
putting
can
it down there. Oh,
guarantee it's
okay.
gonna be
This
red.
game could be quite boring then.
Well, not necessarily, because you have to have.
Do you even like brown sauce?
I do. You just got to find the right food.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't we do it? Why don't we do the one that Danny Baker always uses on his show, which is sausage sandwich? He always starts with that itself.
But the sausage
Red
sandwich
sauce or brown
has
sauce?
to be red sauce.
Really?
Because,
For me, it's brown.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say that it has to be brown sauce, but for me, it's red.
You know, it's 50-50 with the general public over the bars. That's why
I know.
they
I
use
say
it.
it's one of
50,
those.
50,
crazy.
49.
Literally is almost a perfect split, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I'm one of those weirdos. A bit of mayonnaise on a sausage sandwich.
No, mayonnaise.
Yeah,
well,
but you gotta
mayonnaise
go-
and red sauce.
Yes.
I will do.
Now there's a good combination.
And a bit of cheese.
Ooh.
Have you never tried it with a bit of cheese?
No, I haven't. No, is
Put
that
a bit
good?
of cheese in. Mayo, cheese, sausage, ketchup.
Mayo, cheese, sausage, ketchup. There you go.
Yeah,
There
but
you
you
go.
still haven't answered the question. It's got to be one of the two.
Ketchup.
Mayo
Red-
might be nice. but
Red sauce.
Red sauce.
Red
Red
sauce.
sauce any day. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Saturday mornings with Danny Baker on 5 Live.
All right, let me give you one then. Shepherd's pie.
Ooh, brown sauce.
See, I agree. Brown sauce.
Brown
on that one.
sauce.
Brown sauce has to be mixed, and then
Yeah.
do you mash it all in?
You just mix it all up. Definitely.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
Ozzy's
I
thinking about it,
absolutely hate shepherd's pie.
Oh, that's
So,
work then.
to be honest, I mean, what has a stronger flavour, red sauce or brown sauce?
brown when it comes to shepherd's pie.
Well, then I'd go with brown
It does
sauce.
depend on the
it's
Yeah.
all the
yeah.
spices.
I
in
want
this.
it to take the flavour of the shepherd's pie away, so I'd go with whatever one does.
Then because you probably have to put a hell of a lot of tomato sauce in to
Yeah,
get rid of
no,
the
I'd
flavour
go
of
with brown
shepherd's
sauce then for that
Definitely.
reason.
pie. Fair enough then.
For some reason, Jason Mann said that the other day, we just had a tweet, he said, I had some salmon, which goes just amazing apparently with red sauce. Would you agree
Salmon
with
with
Salmon with red sauce. That's a bit of sacrilege, really, because salmon's just too good to put with anything.
Well, it's like
that.
fish in general. It is just too weird to put salt. Well, there's
No,
some
fish finger sandwich.
There you go. This man knows it.
Fish
Fish
finger
finger sandwich
sandwich,
with red sauce.
Red sauce and mayo.
Yeah, definitely. Fish finger sandwich.
But salmon should really only go with hollandaise.
Yeah, definitely. Salmon is just the thing you
Salmon,
leave alone.
Yeah, no, salmon's just a bit too posh to put red or brown sauce on.
I've
this
actually
man is just basically a philistine.
Well, the reason why I read out that particular tweet is actually because I've had that myself. I love salmon. It's one of my favorite foods. Definitely my favorite fish. And with red sauce, it's not too bad. Like if you got it with sort of chips and all of that sort of stuff.
Salmon and chips.
It's like if you think
How
about
common are you?
Salmon and you
no. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see
wrap
what
the chips up in salmon and
I
just
see what you're saying there, but no, yeah, it's nice. It's
Well,
nice.
actually, I suppose it depends whether you're talking fresh salmon that's been like steamed or pan fried.
Oh, no,
or
yeah,
are we
no.
talking smoked salmon?
Not smoked. God no.
I was gonna say,
No,
because that would
what
just
are
be
you talking about?
Yeah,
smoked salmon,
smoked
and chips.
sandwich with ketchup all over it.
Well, yeah, but
That's
if
just
you
wrong.
think about it though, fish fingers and ketchup, they go great.
Yes,
That's a
they do.
fish.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the
Well,
same
I
sort of
suppose,
thing.
But salmon's
It's
just
a
that
fish.
sort of more delicate flavour, really.
Definitely. It is a very strong fish, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
quite
just,
strong-
oily.
it
and
should
sort
just
of-
be left alone, definite.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, because once I thought I'd experiment. I got a couple of tuna steaks, and I seared the tuna steaks. But then I did I thought, what on earth goes with tuna steaks? So I actually did chips and peas and
Oh,
served
God.
it with ketchup. And this is like,
No.
trust me, tuna steak with chips and no, doesn't
You
work.
don't do it.
Doesn't work.
I've had tuna steaks with potato wedges before.
No,
Just no.
no.
Just does not
there,
go.
There is a certain limitation of what you have with that.
Definitely.
We got a little bit of
That was a
time,
plug.
not too long. So
Go on.
I just thought, why don't we, as he's here, and we're never going to have this opportunity again. Well, we might,
Well, you
but
might
if,
do, yeah.
as long
Depends
as
if you buy me a bacon sandwich afterwards.
With red sauce or
Indeed.
brown sauce.
No, red sauce.
no, but my point is,
Anyway.
if Danny Baker is ill, then we will have the opportunity again. Hopefully,
Well, yeah.
he recommended us, so if he does it again, it would be amazing. But this may well be the last time we'll be on Radio 5 Live. And so I thought, as you're here, Steve, why don't we do Deal or Achilles Heel that we just played earlier? It's a fun game. Right, we should have some tweets left over. Okay.
Now it's time to play Dill or Achilles Heel.
Choose your item that could be a good deal or your Achilles heel.
Okay, it's time.
Loving the
for
jingle.
Deal or Achilles Heel. Right, so we played it earlier, as a lot of you know, listening to the show, but I'm just trying to find a tweet for it. So we've got one here from Shanice Hellmans, who says, moon or sun for the Deal or Achilles Heel game. So moon or sun, we're going to go with. Thanks for that, Shanice. So Levi, do you want to do this one? I don't know.
Okay.
Just to... I mean,
So-
I was going to say, do you want to give an example or...
Yeah, so
Just trying to
basically...
explain to him how
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I say moon or sun, and Oslo would pick
So I'd say, let's say I go with sun.
the sun. Okay, you're in a rocket, you're heading to the moon. You divert to the sun. Something
Right.
went wrong, your engines are
Something
down.
goes wrong and
Yeah.
he picks the rest of
And
the
then,
story
like-
and it carries on.
and then there's
you
two
can either
different
make the
options.
right deal or it's obviously your Achilles heel, which means it goes wrong.
Okay.
So there's a good option and a bad option.
It's just a fun game for me.
Okay, no, that sounds interesting.
Okay, so yeah, we have to do that now, really, because we have to tweet. So yes. Oh, she want me to? All right. So we'll go with then moon or sun. What are you going to pick out of the two? If you had to pick, what
I
do you
will pick
prefer?
The moon.
Always go with what you prefer.
The moon.
Okay, so he's gone with the moon. There's no really right or wrong answer for this entire game, but you could, get a good deal or
All right, yeah.
and see how far it goes. That's what all this game is, just seeing how sort of far we
Yeah.
can go. So you've gone with the moon. Now the moon is, we can both do it. Do you want
Yes.
Levi? Okay.
Well, the moon's a barren place, obviously. And I'm going to say there's moon bears. So you land on the moon, you plant your flag down,
Moon bear.
But-
Moon bears.
in the distance you see
I know
something
there's-
moving.
Right.
I know there's cheese, but not about bears. I'm not sure.
Moon bears.
Moon bears.
Moon bears are a thing
Right,
on Radio
okay.
5.
Mm-hmm.
And you, in the distance, you see a bunch of moon bears, what looks to be silhouettes of bears.
Right.
You're now really confused.
Yeah, funny
Yeah,
enough.
really
as I
confused.
am now
Don't
on the
forget
moon,
though, he's
looking
having
at-
to think of this at the top of his
This
head.
is
so
off the top of my
it's
head
hard.
right now.
It's hard for us to.
I'd possibly be checking my oxygen supply at the moment, see
Yeah.
if I was hallucinating. Yes.
So you check your oxygen supply.
Mhm.
You realise You are literally running on empty.
Oh,
The
dear.
rocket's a mile back that way.
Okay.
So you have two options. Go and investigate the silhouette or go back to the rocket.
Well, on the basis that I am running out of oxygen, I'm going to have to head back to the rocket.
Okay.
Because obviously heading off to the silhouette, I'm not going to make it.
Okay, congratulations. You are now walking back to the rocket. You slip on a rock, crack your visor. You are now literally running out of oxygen within seconds. The moon bears are gaining on you. You now realize they are angry.
Oh dear.
Yes. So you have two options. Either take your helmet off and just run straight towards the rocket, or go towards the bears.
Right. Based on my personal knowledge of physics, I'm going to have to go towards the bears because if I take my helmet off, I will instantly decompress.
Didn't really think of that, Levi, did you?
And my face will turn inside out.
But this is the fantasy of Dill or Achilles heel, and anything could happen.
Anything else? No, I'm going to go towards the bears because I might just. I'm going to hold my hands up as I run towards the bears, saying, "Help me."
Okay.
They might be nice bears.
Yeah, congratulations. They are really nice bears.
Yeah.
They actually welcome you. They take you down to their underground secret base where there's
Are
oxygen,
they gummy
food.
bears by any chance?
Careful.
Because then you could just eat them.
As in the Disney gummy bears or as in proper gummy bears.
Yes, they are big
Are they
jelly.
branded?
The moon
No,
is actually full of
Technically,
sweets.
they're not the actual. It's not the brand itself. It's
No,
what they.
no, it's what they're
it's
made of,
fine.
yes,
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, you go down into their secret base and it's full of air, oxygen,
Right,
everything. So now you're in their base. You're stranded on the moon. You have no equipment. You are now just chilling with bears. Also, would you like to make a decision
Yes,
for this?
Okay, this is.
He's now
not
sat in
easy.
an underground base.
It's not a bad thing to do.
With
Surrounded by
bears.
bears.
Yeah,
On the moon.
on the moon. Who would have thought it?
Okay, so the mother bear, for some reason, decides to approach you. Now, all the other bears are very friendly, and you know they take you as sort of just. They're a bit confused why you look the way you are as a human, and they're bears, and they're not normal bears. They're on the moon, obviously,
They're
so
moon
they're a bit
bears, yes.
strange. But the mother bear is, let's just say, she's a bit sort of attracted by yourself and your handsome looks.
Yes.
So she walks towards you and she basically says, come here, son, or whatever a bear would say in that situation. Come over here. I don't know. But she signals for you to go to it.
Right.
And so you're thinking, like, right, okay, this could all go,
This could all go
this
very
could all,
badly
what
wrong.
am I saying?
The
My
bear
God.
gives you a very
See, in
saucy
the early
wink.
morning,
Sau-
you saucy wink, and so you're thinking, well, I don't want to upset her, or you can follow the rest of the bears where they're going, and you can carry on with the mission, and hopefully it will take you to a good place, or you could, go to the bear that is signalling.
I
But
think
you might upset her if you don't,
Yeah, I know.
but then
I know,
it might be.
I think the safer option, especially for radio, is to disappear with the other bears, sort of merge with the bears.
It is a safer option for the radio. I'll give you
Yes.
Okay. So he's. Oh, God. So he's disappeared with the other bears. Levi, it's over to you.
So you are now in
That's
a crowd of
congratulations,
bears.
you
In a crowd of
passed
bears,
that. You
yes.
in a
passed
crowd of
it.
bears.
Crowd of
But
bears.
unfortunately, this was the wrong choice to pick. Because if you went with the other
I
one,
just said it's congratulations. You just.
yeah, congratulations, you picked the wrong answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes. If you went with the other one, she would have just given you cake, food, and everything like that.
Yeah.
She didn't really want anything naughty.
Yes, but I don't speak bear, you see.
No,
so-
exactly. That's where you went wrong. You should have topped up on that before you went to the moon. But you are now
Have
in
you, have you ever considered this is possibly going about as random as it gets?
Yep. Radio 5, guys. Thanks for
Steve,
tuning in.
You want to try and do what we have to do to think of things to say? It's so hard. It's so
It depends.
hard.
Remember, I'm a book writer.
Exactly.
Creation and imagination is exactly where I come from.
We're just radio presenters. We're just
Yeah,
DJs.
Our creativity is not as good as it should be.
We're just good with the tunes.
Nah, that's fine.
Okay, one last question to
bit of
ask
problem with
before
talk
we
radio.
say.
Basically, the end of your deal or Achilles heel is
Okay, yes.
you get trampled by the bears.
I get
'cause-
trampled by the bears.
Yeah, because they all don't like. who you
right.
are,
I
yeah.
shouldn't have got in
Yeah,
with the crowd
you
because I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, they are like 2 feet taller than you as well.
Well,
What is
they're
going on?
bears.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
stop talking about moon bears. What
Teenage
is
Mutant
with
Ninja
it?
Bears.
I'm so confused by this
Exactly.
whole thing. Oh, God. The last one we did on
You seem to
Deal-
have wandered down a very deep, dark
the last
alleyway
time,
here.
the last game we played on Deal or Achilles Hill, that was actually fine. Like that made more sense. Well, it was Stewie or Family Guy, but you know what I mean. Like this,
Stewie from Family Guy. Oh, hi guys.
He does an
Actually,
amazing. Also, show him.
That's turning more into Cliff Richard.
Yes, sir, I like Rupert Villeman.
That's very good.
It's really good, isn't it?
It's very good.
Okay. Thanks so much, Steve.
You're
Steve
most
Price
welcome.
for you on the show. He's got a book out. Do you know that book that you're writing currently? Do you know roughly when that could be out?
Probably about this time next year. But by the time it's all been checked and gone through the publishers,
Okay.
that we're looking June next year.
And don't forget to buy his book, which is
So
on
yeah,
sale now.
look out for that one.
At WH Smith's, which am I allowed to say that because
Well,
it's
W.
the
Smith's
place
and all
that you're
good
buying.
booksellers.
And all
Yeah.
booksellers to get that book. Okay, thanks
go.
so much,
No worries.
and take care.
Thank you.
You're listening to Ozzy Gilbert on Radio 5 Live's Danny Baker Show.
Okay, yeah, that was Steve Price there on the show.
I'm looking forward to that new book. Oh.
He's just walked off. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that book.
So, the moment we've all been waiting for, the answer to the quiz. Can we have the answers, Ozzy?
Of course, yes. the answer.
Yes, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's
And I've
all been leading up to this moment,
And
guys.
I've lost them.
You've lost them. Oh,
Yeah, I've lost. No, I've lost. No, I'm joking. Of course, I haven't lost them.
Oh.
Well, for a second, I thought I had, but it's
Heart
all right.
attack.
Okay, drum roll, please. Question number 1. We need to sort of suspense music. Don't we? Ooh, very suspensey.
That sounded kind of saucy. Oh.
What are we doing?
This is just.
What
a
is
really
with the innuendos this morning? Question number 1 then. One man finished the London Marathon 92 minutes after the winner, but still managed to enter the Guinness Book of Records. He wasn't even in London. How the hell does he enter? Where was he? Gibraltar, the Falklands, Australia, or space? Mr. Levi King said Gibraltar.
Yep.
He's
I
an
did.
idiot because the answer is space.
Oh, space. I should have knew that.
Oh, if only he did actually know
Oh.
that, which of course he didn't. Question number 2. Which football club has remained unbeaten in their league since the end of October and has only dropped 2 points in their last 25 matches? Is it Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Leicester City? Yeah, or Leicester City. The answer is... Find out next week. No, I'm joking. The answer is Juventus. on that
there
one.
we go.
The old lady, as they call it. Question number 3. Which goalkeeper kept the most clean sheets in the Premier League this season? To be honest, I probably would have said Kasper Schmeichel because obviously he plays for Leicester City, and Leicester City, they won the Premier League. The answer is, he could have, so the answer is, Petr Question number 4. How many times has Fernando Alonso, Jenson Button, Lewis Hamilton, all those three, won the F1 World Championship altogether?
Now, this was the one I plucked out the air and said number 6, didn't I?
I'm sorry, the answer is number 7.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. It's number 6.
I was!
I'm not.
Oh, yes! Get in, guys! Yes! Thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Cannot believe that. How did you get that? Number 6, mate. Well done.
Oh my god.
Well, not numbers. Well, yeah. But it is. Okay, number 5. Which British Paralympic wheelchair athlete has won the London Marathon 6 times in total? The answer is David Ware.
Well, I was never gonna get that.
David Ware.
Sorry, David Ware. I'm sure you're really good, yeah.
Question number 6 then. If you knew the answer, if you got all of those answers right so far, very well done to you. Last question. Now, I can tell you, this one is very easy if you know a bit about tennis. What nationality is tennis player Novak Djokovic? He's Serbian.
Oh, I was never gonna get that. Oh, well, that was a good quiz, actually. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so if you got all those answers right, very well done to you. If you didn't get any right,
Don't be too hard on yourself. You tried.
You need to go home and learn general knowledge. Okay, that's...
Can't say I'm very topped up on general knowledge, but...
Okay, so that's been the show segment with me and Levi King. I will be talking to Jacob Richards. Thanks so much for coming on, Levi.
No
Do you
worries.
think
Thanks for having
Danny
me.
Baker will be happy with
Yeah, sure.
on performance.
Definitely. I hope he is anyway. Sorry, Danny Baker, if we've disappointed you. I just hope we've done a good enough job.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the show so far, guys.
On digital and online, this is BBC Radio 5 Live, first for breaking news and the best live sport.
And I'm now joined with the one and only Jay Richards, who is a sports correspondent on the BBC Radio 5 Live. He knows all about sport. He's not going to let us down, I hope. And yeah, we're just going to... It's what we're going to do. It's not going to be long. It's going to be a brief update of the sport. As, of course, on his shows, Danny Baker, he likes to talk about sports. So I thought, why not? Let's do that as well. Introduce yourself to the show.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate?
Hi, everyone. I'm Jay. Yeah, I'm doing well. Cheers, Ozzy. You don't want me on for too long, obviously, because, I sometimes crack at poor banter, but hopefully we'll have a better...
The banter's not great with Jay, so we're going to get on with it.
Yeah.
No, I'm only teasing you. Okay, so in tennis, Andy Murray was defeated by the world number one, Djokovic, 3-1 in the French Open final on Sunday. Andy Murray will prioritise... Can't read. He will prioritise rest and recovery before Wimbledon following a grueling clay court session that ended in defeat in the French Open. Jay, did you see the tennis at all? What did you think of it, if you did?
Yeah, I thought Murray started off brilliantly, but then just the power and the skill of Novak just absolutely destroyed him. Novak, though, seemed to be playing more with the French crowd, speaking in French in every interview he did, and yeah, I do believe he's trying to be a different kind of superstar.
Oh, well said. Yeah, I mean, Djokovic played phenomenally in the last two sets. The first set, obviously, Andy Murray won, and he came out onto the clay court, which is not his preferred surface, and played amazing in the first set against Djokovic, but obviously Djokovic won the game, and when he won the last three sets, he won 3-1. Okay, so talking of tennis, in the women's French Open final, there was a bit of a shocker with the Spanish number 4, Garbine Muguruza, I think it is. Actually, it's spelt Muguruza, like with a Z, but it's actually Muguruza because I think it's Spanish and that's how you pronounce it. Upset Serena Williams to win that title. So what a shock for her. Are you surprised about that?
Yeah, it was an absolute shocker with the Spanish number 4 beating Serena, and yeah, just
unbelievable, really.
Incredible.
Okay, Formula 1. In Formula 1, there was an amazing race at Monaco, and I just wanted to mention this. After that race in Monaco, which Lewis Hamilton won, it was a shame for, of course, Ricciardo. If anyone saw that race, Ricciardo... it's a shame for him because obviously they couldn't get his tyres out. At the end of the day, that was really what was down to losing him the race. That one thing only, that one decision. What did you think about it, Jay?
That one decision, he lost him the race. Just one decision can lose you that race. And yeah.
And do you think Rosberg was right to let Lewis Hamilton pass him near the start of the race, when of course that was a big deciding factor to what led Lewis Hamilton to win that race? Do you think Rosberg, his teammate, was right to pull over and let him through with the team orders, or do you think, because obviously he was going slow?
Well, it should be a race, and a race is a race. If he wants to pull over, he can pull over. If he doesn't, then don't pull over.
Yeah, because Hamilton obviously... he was quicker and he wasn't having an issue, which apparently Rosberg was. That's why he was slightly slow compared to some of the rest of the grid. But he went on to win it, and there was a sort of controversial decision with what happened with Ricciardo when he sort of left him not much space, Hamilton, and there was a bit of a controversy there as well. But I think Hamilton, sort of a well-deserved winner. It's just very a shame what happened to Ricciardo 2 times now in a row. He's sort of been let down by his team, unfortunately. Euros 2016, asked everyone to tweet in. What do you think England's going to do in that tournament?
You don't know how England are going to go, really, do you, Oz? Sometimes they'll do well, sometimes they won't. But looking at the team, Hodgson is picking. Sorry, I was going to say Roger there. I don't know why.
Roger.
Probably a better manager than Hodgson. Anyway, as he likes to, Hodgson likes to pick his slow, nice pace players like Milner and Henderson. And I really can't. There's no pace in the England team at the moment. Rooney looked out of place in that formation last when they were playing Portugal last week, and yeah, so I don't know, Oz. I think they maybe win that group, but you never know what's going to happen with England.
Saturday mornings with Danny Baker on 5 Live.
I want to hear what you think, guys, going to win the Euro. With the squad we've got, it doesn't look too promising in my opinion, but hopefully we can. I reckon, to be honest, if I had to say, we'll get into the quarterfinals, I reckon, and then we'll get knocked out.
They look like a completely different squad when they played Germany in that friendly a while ago, but it's just all gone to pot with them bringing players back like Sterling and Rooney, Henderson, Milner. Just, it looks a weak team.
Yeah, well, we've just had a tweet from John Stevens who says England can't do tournaments. And you know what? I've got to say, he's got a serious point there. Okay, now we've also had a tweet from Phil Rodman. He says, come on, England. Personally, I think England will do... I don't even know what he's saying. I think he's had a spelling. Personally, I think England will do... Oh, I think he's tried to say well, but he put we in the tournament. But if I had to say who I think is going to win, it would be France. Well, that's an interesting point, Phil, because personally, I think France will do it as well. They're in the home nation. They've got some good players, good midfielders there like Paul Pogba, and they just look an all-round pretty strong squad. Maybe not the best squad on paper, but I just think with the Euros anything can happen. Now in the public vote, so in terms of everyone who's voted for who they think is going to win in the Euros, 33% are saying France is going to win. So would you agree with that as well, Jay? Your personal opinion?
Yeah, I can definitely see France winning it, but yeah, just tons and tons of talent, just all over the France team. But maybe they'll crack under the pressure for once. You never know. I think a stable team like Germany won the last tournament, the World Cup, a bit like Spain did 2 years ago, won the Euros, won the World Cup. I think Germany will do the same. They have a solid unit of players. They always do well in every tournament. They don't crack under pressure. Simon Dunster says, I'm going to say Germany will get the double win, the World Cup and the Euros. They have a really talented, experienced team with some fresh new talent. Totally agree with you, Simon. Yeah, I think Germany could do it. Yeah, thanks, Simon.
Okay, but anyway, thanks for all your tweets anyway, guys. And, on Danny Baker's next show, we'd keep them coming, and just, feel free to keep tweeting us. You might as well hashtag Danny Baker Show 5 Live. So yeah, I think it's pretty much come to an end. We'll sum up the show. I'll tell you what, I have one more question. Why not? I don't know if you've seen all the fixtures for the group stages, but is there any one particular game for you that stands out in terms of like looking forward to seeing it?
England versus Wales. It's going to be a heck of a clash. The fans, they apparently in Lyon have blocked off all of the bars and pubs, and only the fan zones you're allowed to eat drink in, because it's going to be one heck of a big rivalry, and both teams will be wanting to win it absolutely badly.
Yeah, it's very true. It's going to be a good rivalry, isn't it? And I wouldn't really want to be in Wales when that game is on as an English supporter. But yeah, So yeah, thanks a lot, Jacob, for coming on. And
Thanks for having me. You've done a brilliant filling in job.
I'll take that as a
A
positive.
substitute for a brilliant Danny Baker, a brilliant Oz. Thank you very
brilliant
much
Oz.
for having me.
And on that note, a brilliant Oz performance. We'll end it there. Thanks so much for coming
The
on.
Wizard of Oz.
Thanks so much for coming on, Jacob. It is time to end the show. Thank you, guys.
See ya.
On digital and online, this is BBC Radio 5 Live. First for breaking news and the best live sport.
Okay, well, that was the best bits that I put together there of my 2-hour show covering Danny Baker. So the show went quite well, I feel, and they were the best bits. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Please give us a comment and like, and tell your friends all about this video. Yeah, it's been good fun. Getting the permission to cover the very famous, very good Danny Baker, who has allowed us to do this. We've played some fun games that included the red sauce or brown sauce with Steve, who's an author. We had him on the show. We did some sports with Jay. We did the game of Dill or Achilles Heel, which we created. Very fun. And we played a quiz. It was a great show. Hope you enjoyed it. They were the best bits. This is the podcast. Thanks, guys. Peace out.
You're listening to Ozzy Gilbert on Radio 5 Live's Danny Baker Show.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys, for listening to my show today. It's been great, the show segment. Thanks for listening. If you're watching on the webcam, hello, this is for you, and thanks so much as well. If you are watching on YouTube, please comment and subscribe, and also leave a like there as well. Love to hear from you. Thanks for all your tweets as well throughout the show. Thank you so much for them. It's great to hear that a lot of you enjoyed my show, taking on a big responsibility without Danny Baker here. And so yeah, here in the Radio 5 live studio. Never actually thought this would happen, but yeah, it's been given a great opportunity, and I hope I've succeeded that to the best standard that I could. Thanks, guys.